Hello, everyone. I'm Bo from Brutal Commentary, and today I'm going to be breaking down our next matchup for UFC Houston. In this matchup, we have Alden Coria taking on Luis Gurule. Interesting battle at flyweight. It's a matchup that really comes down to composure versus momentum, and he was better equipped to control the pace when things get uncomfortable, as this is one of those fights where neither guy is necessarily the flashiest, but the devil's in the details, and small adjustments, the patience, and the ability to win minutes, not just one moment, is what I think is going to decide this one. Now, really quick, looking at their last five. For Luis Gurule, he's unfortunately 0-2 in the UFC. Now, 3-2 overall. He was originally undefeated. But since entering the UFC, he suffered his first pro loss against Ode Osbourne last April when he got caught and knocked out. And then most recently, last September at UFC Noche, lost a competitive but clear decision to Jesus Aguilar, where Gurule got hurt a few times in that fight. And while I thought he had some good moments on the feet, just simply was overpowered. Meanwhile, for Coria, currently 4-0-1 in his last five fights. He made his UFC debut last September on short notice, where he beat the crap out of Alessandro Costa and didn't really make it competitive. Able to use his his size, his grappling, and striking very well. And at 27, almost 28, Coria has shown that he looks like he's going to be a problem for the flyweight division. But without further ado, let's get down to the breakdown. Excuse me. Starting with Coria. He is pretty disciplined, a very good structured fighter. He's not reckless. He doesn't overextend, and he doesn't chase chaos. His game is built around balance and control. Excuse me. When Coria strikes, he stays in his stance. When he closes distance, he does it behind purpose. And when he gets into grappling exchanges, he prioritizes position over anything else. That kind of maturity in a fighter's approach is important for matchups like this, because Coria doesn't need the fight to look dramatic to win. Now, it did kind of look dramatic against Costa, but that's because Coria was able to reverse a back take from Costa, was able to gain top position for longer stretches of the fight, was able to outstrike him for a good bit. I know Costa hurt his leg mid-fight, but still. Coria showed very good grappling, very good transitional positioning, and overall very good striking. Plus, like I said, he's huge for this division at 5'8" with a 67-inch reach. Now, I know it's not theoretically the biggest, right? I do know there are some flyweights that are bigger than that. Coria is still big for the division. And against someone like Gurule or Costa, who in this case with Gurule, who's 5'5", for the 64-inch reach advantage, that does play a big factor in this. Plus, Coria, he's also good at staying composed under pressure. If an opponent rushes him or tries to speed the fight up, he doesn't automatically abandon the game plan. He resets, regains position, and makes the other fighter work harder than they'd like to. Now, looking at Luis Gurule, he's aggressive and confident in his offense. He likes to push forward, throw combinations, and create exchanges. When Gurule gets into rhythm, he can look sharp and dangerous. He fights with good energy, and that energy can overwhelm opponents who aren't ready for it. But Gurule's style often leans heavily on momentum. When he's the one dictating, when he's the one forcing exchanges, he's comfortable. The issue is what happens when someone doesn't allow that momentum to build, or, like with Jesus Aguilar in particular, forces Gurule into exchanges instead of the other way around. Because when Gurule is forced to react instead of initiate, his offense can drop, his defense especially, and his entries become more predictable. His combinations become more single-layered, not good combinations, not good timing of the takedowns, but often like one strike, or one takedown attempt. And he can find himself chasing rather than controlling. So where this matchup becomes very clear is this. Coria's style is sort of designed to neutralize fighters who rely on pace, because he can either have the grappling to hold them down out in position and they work from there, or the length and striking abilities to fight at range. Hinge as and for or sorry and for someone like Coria's style, he doesn't give easy counters or doesn't make it easy to counter him is a better way to put it. He doesn't overcommit in ways that open him up. He stays patient, and that patience forces opponents to take risks if they want to shift the momentum towards them. Now, I think early in the fight, Gurule is likely to try and establish that forward pressure. He'll step in, throw volume, and attempt to make Coria uncomfortable. That's his best window, I think. And when both fighters are fresh and the exchanges haven't yet settled into a pattern, that will favor Gurule greatly. Coria's job in those moments is simple. Stay calm, land cleaner shots, and don't give up positions if he were to get taken down. And now, if he does that, the fight starts to tilt. As I believe, when the rounds progress, Gurule's aggression begins to work against him. Every rush entry becomes an opportunity for Gurule to either get a takedown in or land a counter. And every prolonged exchange becomes sort of a test of discipline. And Coria's discipline tends to hold up better. Another key factor here is control in transitions. Because if this fight hits the clinch or the mat, I think Coria's the better grappler. He's, like I said, going to be the bigger guy. And he naturally just has good positional awareness, good wrestling, and good control. Plus, training with Joshua Van, the current champion, I think helps because they are teammates. Hey, so as I was saying, Coria's positional awareness becomes a major advantage. He's not going to scramble wildly. He's not going to give up his base. He's staying heavy, staying composed, and forcing Gurule to defend rather than create. And that matters over the course of 15 minutes or less in this fight. As well, Gurule is dangerous in bursts. Coria is dangerous over the long haul, I think. And like say in the middle rounds, that difference I think becomes obvious, as I feel like when Coria starts to look more comfortable, his shots are going to land more. He's going to stay composed, stay in better grappling positions. And while I think Gurule is going to have good moments, especially with combinations, I think Coria is going to outwork him. So for my official prediction, I'm going with Alden Coria. Alien. Sorry. Alden Coria. Oh, man. I don't know why I'm forgetting how to properly say his first name. My apologies. But I'm going with Coria. I just think, like I said, the size advantage, his ability to control where the fight takes place, specifically with his ability to finish on the feet and have the subsequent grappling and submission threat. I think he's just simply going to outwork Luis Gurule and kind of beat him everywhere as the fight goes on, especially as the fight continues on. I just think the advantages for Coria just become clearer and clearer. So once again, I'm going to pick Coria to win this, and I'm going to pick him via TKO. I think he can land some key takedowns, hurt Gurule on the feet, as we've seen it multiple times, like Ode Osborne knocked him out, and Jesus Aguilar hurt him a good few times, even dropped him. I think Coria is going to do the same, and difference is I think Coria will be able to follow Gurule to the ground and then finish it off from there. So once again, I'm going to pick Coria, and I'm going to pick him via TKO. Well, with that being said, that's been my breakdown of this matchup. If you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below on who you think's going to win. Until then, I've been Bo from Brutal Commentary. I thank you all for listening. And remember, stay calm, stay respectful, and enjoy the violence. I'll see y'all next time.